Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, English, National Agriculture Development Scheme, is a state plan scheme of additional central assistance launched in August 2007 as a part of the 11th Five-Year Plan by the Government of India. Launched under the aegis of the National Development Council, it seeks to achieve 4% annual growth in agriculture through development of agriculture and its allied sectors, during the period under the 11th Five-Year Plan. Aims: the scheme is essentially a state plan scheme that seeks to provide the states and territories of India with the autonomy to draw up plans for increased public investment in agriculture by incorporating information on local requirements, geographical climatic conditions, available natural resources/technology and cropping patterns in their districts so as to significantly increase the productivity of agriculture and its allied sectors and eventually maximize the returns of farmers in agriculture and its allied sectors. Eligibility: a state is eligible for funding under the RKVY if it maintains or increases the percentage of its expenditure on agriculture and its allied sectors with respect to the total state plan expenditure, where the baseline for this expenditure is the average of the percentage of expenditure incurred by a state government for the previous 3 years on agriculture and its allied sectors minus any funds related to agriculture and its allied sectors that it may already have received in that time under its state plan. Consider the following hypothetical situation where a state seeks eligibility under the RKVY for the year 2010 November. To be eligible for funding under the RKVY for the year 2010 November, the state must have a percentage of expenditure higher than the average of years 2007-08, 08-09 and 09-10. As the percentage of expenditure in 2010 November is higher than the baseline percentage by 0.6%, the state is eligible for allocation of funds under the RKVY. If the expenditure in subsequent years falls below the baseline, the resources required to complete projects started under the RKVY will now have to be provided by the state government. Funding: it was decided that to the first 58.75 billion would be released by the central government every year under the 11th Five-Year Plan and to the first 15 billion would be allocated in 2007 August. During the first 3 years of the implementation of the RKVY, an amount of to the first 84,621 million, which is roughly 33% of the total allocation under the RKVY over to the first 250 billion. While presenting the 2011 Union Budget of India, India's Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee stated that the allocation under the RKVY had been increased from the existing to the first 67.55 billion in 2010 November to the first 78.6 billion for the year 2011 December. Performance: in a press release by the Press Information Bureau dated March 24, 2011, a number of Indian states reported a significantly large increase in agricultural outlay as given below. Additions: on June 17, 2010, the Government of India announced that it would include sericulture and allied activities to boost production of high-quality silk and contribute to the global market in a larger way to combat the declining trend of sericulture productivity. The Saffron Mission in J&K was launched in 2010 November with an outlay over to the first 3.72 billion as an additional scheme under the RKVY. See also, Ministry of Agriculture. References. External links: Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, official site, Planning Commission, official site, Press Information Bureau, Government of India.